Hey everybody, welcome back. We're super glad that you're here today, and today we're going to tackle some areas of my garden that I've neglected a while because it has been a very busy summer, and I'm sure for a lot of you, you get busy and then you let some of the things go that you normally take care of, and that is definitely the case for me. So what we're going to do today is we're going to tackle some of these evergreen shrubs right here. I'm going to trim these back momentarily. I'm going to also plant up this raised bed that we picked up from Aldi. It was a really good deal. I had planted some vegetables in here, but they've since faded, and partly that's because I used the wrong soil. I used raised bed mix, and I think raised bed mix is primarily made for those beds that lay on your native soil, and since this is basically a glorified container, I think it just wasn't the right soil makeup to help whatever I had planted in here do really well. So we're going to take those out today, and I have some annuals that I've had for a long time. If you remember those annuals that I picked up from Lowe's on clearance a long time ago, I still have those growing in the cans. I'm embarrassed to say that, but they are absolutely beautiful still. They've been doing well in their original cans, which, you know, that's probably insane that I've let them go this far. But again, we get busy, and I've been watering them and fertilizing them and keeping them alive, and I think it's finally time to put them in a really nice spot. So I'm going to plant them up in here, change out the soil. I'm going to use this soil and put it in my raised beds where it belongs, and I'm going to put some container soil in here and plant them up with all the rest of my remaining annuals. I know it's August and I'm still going to be planting annuals. They're going to finally find their home where they're going to do, I'm sure, just fine once they get into this container right here. Then I also have a hibiscus right here that has seen better days and finally has died. It's really old, so I'm going to get rid of that and just clean up this overall area to make it look nice and tidy and hopefully add some new color. I'll probably completely remove that pot that's right there. This way I can turn this more of a diagonal facing that way, and it won't look so cramped in here. So the first thing that I'm going to do is empty out this raised bed soil so I can get to the hibiscus and slowly take that out and get rid of that pot that's sitting right there. So this way I can get to my hedge here and trim it back so it looks nice and sharp, and it'll be perfect for the rest of the season. All right, let's get going. All right, so we got that thing out of here, got it cut back all the way down to the base, and I don't have enough room in my yard waste to get rid of all of that at one time. So I'm gonna go ahead and clear all this out, sweep this out, and get this thing all trimmed up, and it's gonna look so much better for sure. So let's go ahead and do that now, and then at the very end, we'll go ahead and plant the new annuals, which they're really not new annuals, they're old annuals planted late. Anyways, we'll do that in a minute. All right, for this job, I use my electrical hedge trimmer. I have the one that's battery operated, but that one is more for small jobs, and this is quite the density of branches. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one instead, and I think this is going to be a better option. Plus, it's more powerful, and it will make it go a lot faster because it's a little bit longer in the length of the blades. So let's go ahead and get this going. Yeah, I got so ahead of myself I forgot my glasses. Always wear glasses when you're doing stuff like this because you never know what's going to fly up in your eyes. So yeah, halfway done. At least I remembered halfway. All right, let's continue. Here we go. So I think this looks much better, don't you think? A lot better. I know that it looks like I trimmed this back pretty severely because I basically took it back down to right underneath the original canopy. But this thing grows so fast and so quickly that if I don't trim it back to about this level, then I'm out here trimming it multiple times a year. So this is perfect. So anyways, we're going to get this raked out and cleaned up so we have room for our new planter, which will be sitting right here. So stay tuned for that. Let's get this cleaned up first. So while I'm in here, I'm going to go ahead and deadhead this Floribunda yellow rose here because it's shot up its new growth already, but this way these will make it look a lot nicer and I won't have the rose hips forming along with the new buds. So it's always good to get this deadheaded. It just makes it look nice and clean, tidy, and it's one of my favorite roses for sure. Okay, everybody, it's a different day. My battery died on my camera, and I didn't realize it until, of course, I was done planting yesterday, but that's okay. I was actually running out of sunlight, so this is perfect. So you can see how it looks, especially from the front. And I think the best thing that I like about that raised bed back there is that it gives it a different layer in this area where I have these different containers displayed. The layer that I do like is how it's raised up, and it gives it kind of a farmhouse feel, almost like it's in a semi-trough in a way. But anyways, those beautiful Super Tunia limoncellos look beautiful. I elected to use just one color to give it a contrast with what is here in front. Anyways, one of my favorite things about these containers are these beautiful graceful grasses, which is this blue Mohawk juncus in the middle. And I always liked having things in the center as a centerpiece, especially purple fountain grass or things like that. But this is really great because it's not a solid presence and you can see straight through, so you can really achieve that layered look with giving it height but also seen to the back, which I think really is a game changer in our garden. I'll definitely be using this again in the future. So it really gives it a nice cooling look when you're looking at the purple and the different colors of white with the yellow in the very back. And I definitely like how trimming the hedge in the back, just that little subtle change of coming through and hedge trimming that really sets the framework for a beautiful showcase of color in this area. Well, anyways, that's it for today, guys. We hope you enjoyed this video. And sometimes if you're like me, things go for a long time and then you end up with a big area that needs a lot of attention. And that's exactly what happened in this area for sure. So I think it's a nice upgrade. And when you clean things up and you are able to showcase things like this, it just really is satisfying and definitely rewarding when we get it all done. So anyways, thank you guys for stopping by today. We hope to see you in our next video. Until then, bye-bye, everybody.